Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I turned our master bedroom from a cluttered mess to a cozy haven in just one day. This is the before of our room. Now I haven't remodeled or redecorated in about 4 years. When my husband went out of town 4 years ago, I surprised him with a new room. I repainted while he was gone and put up new wall art and everything like that. But right now, my room just seems like there's so much clutter up on the top of our chest, and as you can tell, so much clutter on our nightstands, and I really just want to get rid of that. And I'm going to be moving furniture around completely, getting stuff out from under the bed and using that storage a little bit better. So this is the before, and I will show you the process and what we do next. Okay, so I obviously did not clean the room before I started the before pictures, but this is what our bedroom looked like 3 years ago when I first redid it. So you can see it was tidy at one point, but I wasn't going to clean before purging. Okay, so stage one of the room redo is obviously just cleaning and purging now. There's a lot that's going to need to come out. There's a lot that's being used or not being used. And so, of course, arranging everything is the fun part, but first I have to do all of the cleaning. I was thinking about it, and this big chest of drawers, I think we're probably only actually using about half of the space in here. Half of the drawers are just filled with things that we really don't use that often. And the same goes for our nightstands as well. So I think that we can get a lot of things out of this room and try. We have one of the things about our house is that it's a little bit older, and there's parts of our house that we really love, but one of the trade-offs was really small bedrooms, and so our master bedroom is not very big. And I think that if we don't need such big furniture in our room, then it's going to help to get it out, to have smaller pieces of furniture, less of it, and that'll make the space look a little bit bigger. I ended up not getting quite as much video of the actual process as I originally planned, but it was so much work just emptying out our nightstands and our chest that really that's all that I could focus on. But I will say that we ended up getting about 6 bags of trash, as well as bags to donate and things to go in the attic. If you're curious what my kids were doing during all of this time, they were pretty much playing independently in different areas of the house. This project really, the bulk of it only took me one day, so it was just kind of one day of them doing their own thing, maybe watching a little extra videos, but for the most part they were happy to play independently while I worked, which was a blessing for sure. Here's a fun but totally irrelevant tip for you. Those pillows where your hand can change the direction of the sequins also double as a disco ball. I was able to move my husband's new secretary desk into the spot once I finished sorting through the nightstands, and I thought about putting both nightstands on this wall where the chest was, but that was too wide, so I ended up just going with one nightstand right there that you can see. Our master closet was one of the biggest undertakings in the bedroom as well, because there was just so much to go through. And like I said before, I really think that our bedroom had just become a major storage area, and we were storing things in our room that we rarely used. So I pulled everything out of the closet and sorted through everything, threw a lot of things away, put things up in the attic, and the closet became the biggest transformation. One idea I saw on Pinterest was to switch the curtain rod from hanging across the back to hanging on the side, and it really opened up our closet. So I'm pretty much a hot mess. As you can see in the mirror, I'm painting my daughter's room, But the biggest change is that I moved the clothes from being directly in front to on the side, and that really gives us a lot better access to these shelves. I straightened up our shoes and kind of organized our things better. And then this little shelving unit right here, that was out of my kids' closet, but I put in one of the nightstands that I took out of our room in their closet, and so was able to put this shelf in our room. This little shelf right here, that was being used for shoes as well, but I like using it. I think it turned out really well using it with the books. That wooden tote and the plastic, that all has my husband's fly tying things, and then all of our clothes, and then just a little bit more storage. In the corner down there are fly rods. So made a huge difference. The fact that we can actually walk into our closet is a big thing, and I think my husband is going to be really, really surprised. So here's what the room looked like later in the day. This was getting on towards the evening, and I had cleared out most of what was covering our bed earlier in the day. That bookshelf right there was from the closet, and it got moved to my kids' room. So still had a fair bit of things to go through, but definitely was making a lot of progress. By the time I went to bed that night, the whole bed was cleared off, and I was ready to just do a few last-minute touches the next day, including a trip to Target. I went to Target to get under the bed boxes because that's where a lot of our storage went, but I also needed to pick something out to put on my side of the bed because my husband had the secretary desk and I needed something as well. So I looked around, and honestly there were several things that I liked, but nothing in my price range. I really didn't want to spend much on it, and most of the things were at least $60, $70, and that was just out of my budget. What are you doing? You got an apple? Okay, so here is the finished room. You can see I replaced my nightstand with this little shelving cube storage thing that I found at Target. This was only $30, and that was a lot more in the budget. So I feel like I want to get some type of maybe a plant or vase or something else to go on top. But what I really wanted to avoid was another place to catch clutter. So I didn't change anything on the walls, but I'm thinking we just got family pictures taken, and I plan to update the pictures. These are the pictures from last year, and this picture has been crooked for several months and I haven't fixed it, but I still didn't fix it because I know that I'm going to be replacing them soon, and I was just busy doing other things. So we need new family pictures with our littlest because she's obviously not in those. And I don't think I'm going to update the large frames on either side of the bed because I really like having these. That was, of course, on our wedding day. And then that one right there is when I was pregnant with my oldest. So I also found these pillows at Target. And they were clearanced. They were about $14 each. And you guys, I've never had throw pillows on my bed before. I feel like I'm actually an adult now, but they're my favorite color and they're super soft. Now, this corner of the room is one that I'm really excited about because that's my husband's side. So I replaced the nightstand that was on his side with this secretary desk. Now we've been wanting a secretary desk for him for several years, but we've had a hard time finding one, and also just didn't have a place to put one. So I'm glad that I finally freed up space. He's wanted a secretary desk because he does fly tying, like fly fishing. so he ties flies, but he hasn't had a really good place to do it. So now he will have a place to just kind of sit and do his fly tying. I put some pictures under here. I think I'm gonna get little frames, but of him with his fish, and then just little some of his fly tying supplies. I also I'm using a lot more room under the bed. So one of the things that I did to make it easier for him to do his fly fishing is to, let's see if I can't make room to pull this out here, is to put his fly tying supplies right in reach under the bed. So hopefully that's going to give him the opportunity to do a lot more fly tying, because I know he really enjoys that. Now I found this chair, which the paint is kind of chipped off, so it needs a little work, but I found this chair at Goodwill last week, and it has this red cover. I haven't recovered it yet, but I'm going to cover the cushion with that. Are you gonna wear it, Josiah? I'm going to recover the cushion with that. And then the last thing in the room is, you can ignore my messy hallway. I haven't gotten to that yet. So you remember I had a really big chest of drawers here. And it really just kind of, I feel like it just took up so much space. And so I switched it out with, this is my husband's nightstand. So it has his t-shirts and socks and things in there. So I think having the smaller furniture really opens up the room and makes it feel a little bit more spacious. I found this lamp clearance at Target. They had two different lamps. They came in a box, both of them, and it was $25 for both of them. So that was a really good price. I put one here and I put another one on my TV dresser. I found this little sign right here at Target. This is something that I say to my husband a lot. And then this little wooden box, this is the Magnolia line, Chip and Joanna's stuff. And I put all the letters in here so that we can easily change out the signs. I found this tray clearanced at Target as well. It was only like maybe $8. This is my new doTERRA diffuser, and I just got this in the mail this past week, and this is going to stay on our nightstand. It's super pretty, and I really like this one because it does have the lights change colors, which is really nice, but it also has a 10-hour setting, which of course is really nice overnight. I found these coasters clearanced at Target as well. There's a special story behind that bear, which is why he gets to stay there. My husband is almost home, and I'm so excited to show him the room. I'm also being really quiet because my toddler and baby are napping, but he's almost home, and I'm so excited. I think he's really gonna love it, and I can't wait to see his reaction.
Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. Excuse me. Look at this, guys.
There's a big one. Where did you put all the other stuff that used to sit up there?
Well,
Can I see what's in there?
fly tying station. So where did this thing?
It's in the basement.
I pray you have help with that.
Sean.
Okay.
Gosh, I didn't do it by myself. Okay.
Why can't I look in there?
Ta-da! Oh my goodness.
Turn on the light.
Holy moly.
Just a minute, dear. Jack, just a minute. I want Daddy to... have a second to look. You can.
Googly moogly. That's amazing.
All right, Jeffrey, what do you think of the new room?
I think my wife is amazing. She's a little crazy. She always does these things by herself with minimal help and extra children.
Well, I said that I did it by myself because I didn't have to ask opinions. I can move furniture without asking.
This is true.
What would you have said if I told you I wanted to take the chest out of our room?
Probably absolutely not. Or you're crazy, or all of the above.
Yep, that's why I do it while you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
But you think it was a good idea?
Yes.
Okay, that's it, guys. That is our bedroom makeover. It was a lot of fun to do, even if it was a lot of work. So thank you for watching. And if you are not already, please consider subscribing and joining us here. We would love to have you. And if you want to see when new videos come out, then hit the bell button. And we are putting out new videos as often as I can, which is roughly every 1 to 2 weeks right now. So thanks. Have a great day.